Hello, can you all hear me? So we are hearing about a lot of things about data science, right? So see, I am in this field from last 12, 13 years and working in multiple algorithms and trying to derive insights from a lot of things. But what if data ही नहीं है तो क्या करेंगे? See, data science हमेशा start होता है data से and we always say data is new, but sometimes it happens कि data ही नहीं है. एग्जाम्पल कोविड आया कोविड का कोई किसी ने फोकास्ट किया था कोई नंबर कोई बता पाया था कि कितने केसेस बढ़ेंगे सो ऑल दिस सिनेरियो अगेन एआई कम इनटू द प्ले और यहाँ पे भी एआई यूज हो सकता है सी सिंपल अंडरस्टैंडिंग इज दैट एआई एंड डेटा साइंस व्हाई इट इज टर्म्ड एज अ डिफरेंट थिंग बिकॉज़ एआई is dependent on data but AI can also simulate the data. Okay, so please make sure that understanding what you are having about data science AI is very clear. And when you are coming into this field, it is very much important to understand why you are coming into this field. Okay. So sorry, I did not introduce myself. I will try to cover with my experiences what I have been working on different kind of use cases, what has been my journey. But it's very much important to understand data science and AI and what is your intention to come to this field. It is only because you are interested in solving the problem or you are interested in getting much better money compared to your other friends. It's very much important to be clear about this because data is not very easy to handle. We get TBs of TB data per microseconds. Okay, handling all these data points at single moment is not very easy. So we have to be very sure that why we are coming into this field, and then we have to be very sure how we are going to grow our career into this field. It's very much important to draft a path and then try to find it out the stage wise progress in this thing. Like Mukesh told, right, we have to become jack of all. But data science is very huge field, right? Lot of things are there. It's not just algorithm, it's not just a coding, it's not just a platform, it's not just a cloud. It's a mixture of lot of things which people practice year on year and then they get expert over these areas. And finally they become a data scientist. It's a journey. It's not that first day, few courses, few months will make you data scientist. So need to understand if you are breaking into this field, it's very lucrative field. Lot of exciting things are there, but we should be mentally clear why we want to come to this. Okay. So now I'll just start with my presentation. So I handle a data science and AI department in LenDenClub. So from last 12 to 13 years, I have worked into multiple companies, big Indian companies, MNCs, okay, companies coming from a retail background or company like big NBFCs. Now I'm into a B2B segment. Okay. So P2P is the very specialized kind of fintech. Okay. So what P2P does, it is handling the investment also and it is handling the lending also. Okay, so this is the company which we cannot term correctly as a fintech. It's a tech fin company because we are a technology platform. We are facilitating people to invest in us so that they can get a better return, and we also are facilitating people to get smaller amount of loan, maybe with 2 minutes or 5 minutes or maybe 1 hour. This is the persons and their profile, and eventually we are managing this platform, and this platform is full with lot of technology algorithms, lot of common sense, more than algorithm, I would say common sense applied over this using various technology platform. Coming to the next slide. Okay. So LenDenClub is India's largest peer-to-peer lending platform, and it's RBI registered NBFC P2P. We right now have 20 lakh investors. So these investors are investing like rupee from 10,000 to 10 lakh rupees, and then 45 lakh we have borrowers. We are serving to 19,000 pin code service location, and we also have served 2 lakh merchant loans. So everything is there into a cloud, and this platform is managing the investor and borrower both. So we have very strong leadership, people coming from various experiences, and they are providing their thought leadership, how to grow, how to go to the next phase. So this is all about company. Now let's talk about AI and data science, right? So generally, once you come into this field, people will say it takes a lot of mathematics, right? And when a lot of mathematics come, few people try to go little in different direction because mathematics is something it's not very easy for everyone. But obviously, if you are coming to this field, you need to understand the maths and underlying maths behind the algorithm. A lot of use cases can be solved with simple mathematics and simple permutation combination of probabilities. That's all. So these are the few algorithms which I have mentioned, like classification algorithm, continuous estimation, clustering, data generation. These algorithms are actually the core of everything. Whatever we try to, define in data science comes from this. So let's talk about examples. So anyone can talk about what is classification algorithm, why classification algorithm is good used, or have you seen anywhere classification algorithm getting used? Yeah. So to identify problem and not problem, but to give you a simple example, if you go and take selfie, right, and if Facebook annotate this selfie with your name automatically, it is classifying your face and it is identifying your face, right? And obviously, a lot of mathematics is going behind, but this classification algorithm is helping to take the decision within fractions of seconds, right? Now, talking about continuous estimation, right? Time series forecasting. If I am here, if I have to predict the next COVID wave, how many cases will come? So I have to use the time series methods to focus all those things, and so that accordingly I can take the right action, right? Now coming to the clustering. So, so a lot of people come to my website or my app. I don't know which kind of people are this, right? And I don't know what type of action to take so that I can have the maximum conversions, right? So for this, I need to cluster the people in smaller group, understand their characteristic, and finally find it out what action to take over that. Okay. So clustering algorithm helps me to in that to find out the unique characteristic in the data and in the customer so that we can serve different. Okay. Now talking about data generation, and this is the part I was talking about. What if you don't have data? Right? Now AI is that much capable that it can generate their own data. Have you heard about fake faces generated by AI? Right? So this is again generated by generative attention network, which is a one type of deep learning network. But these kind of things are again possible. Voice can be mimicked, video can be created without any background. We just have to give the input, and that kind of video can also be created. Music can also be generated. Even text can be generated. So all those things is possible because of this kind of technology, and this technology is going to grow much more and much bigger in future. Okay, and then optimization. Okay, I am sure some of the engineering students must know about the genetic algorithm, and I'll not go to the part of partial derivatives and whatever you are learning or you might have learned. But this kind of algorithm will also help you to optimize what kind of solution you want to get, right? Pricing optimization, maybe finding out the next best action. All those things come into the optimization part. Anomaly detection, again, so I am getting a lot of PAN card, right? But in some PAN card, people try to fudge the images, right? They will try to change the photo, they will try to change the date of birth. Because in India, if anyone wants to take loan and he's not getting the money from anywhere, they will try to fudge the document. Is your algorithm capable of finding out those simple intricacy in the images? That is more on the anomaly detection side. Now coming to the recommendation, everyone knows e-commerce, right? E-commerce is known for the recommendation engine. But in P2P, what we have developed, we also are recommending loan to our customer. Okay, so who is this customer? The investor. Okay, so recommendation engine is very strong algorithm, and then this is getting used in multiple directions now in fintech also. Okay, now talking about ranking algorithm. So ranking algorithm is also one form of algorithm. If we have to suggest you, right? What is the top two, three items you should do, and what is the route you should take to come to, to maybe your college. So all these algorithm are getting, used inside. So why I wanted to show this algorithm to you? Because see, if you have to break into this career of data science, you need to understand these things are coming in line. But you might have to access some of this area or might have to learn some of this area if you are coming into this field. And obviously lot of programming and coding, but these things are also, right now lot of programming coding, but in future lot of things will be on no code side or low code side. But obviously to handle big chunk of data, big data, you need to learn some of these too. And in data science, there are various fields, right? This particular field is handled by data engineer or data ops engineer or ML ops engineer. Okay, and data scientists generally focus more on algorithm, but new coming scheme of thing, there is new term is called full stack data science, where people are knowing algorithm as well, coding is as well, and they can handle the big data as well. But again, to become a full stack data scientist, it's a 7 8 year long journey. It cannot be done in 6 or 8 months. To understand this kind of technologies, we have to be really hands-on so that we can handle this kind of data. So let's talk a little bit about application in fintech. Okay. So like Pratik also told, in lending life cycle, there is lot of thing happens, right? So digital application are there, we get lot of documentation also, KYCs, AI, ML generally used into this field, and then finally we do the decisioning. So one thing which Pratik presented is about scorecard. Very simple thing, but scorecard is actually very strong so that it is taking decision in fraction of second. Per minute on at least 5,000, 10,000 cases are getting decisions in my hand, all because of AI and technologies. Generally, if I have to decision all these cases, when I say decisioning, whether to approve the loan or not, will take a lot of people. So if you see, lot of fintech are very small in number of people because they are using technologies and ML algorithm in such a way so that they don't have to hire a and become a like a size of bank. Like bank may be having 20,000, 30,000 people, but fintech can easily operate between 200, 300 people. So this is all possible because of the right usage of technology. So let's talk about use cases. Like so people generally go towards predictive algorithm, recommendation engine, all those things. But what if you don't understand your data at all? You need to understand dashboarding and visualization is very much important because human mind can only comprehend what it can see in very easy manner. Okay, and whenever we are visualizing anything, we just don't want to visualize what is happening. For example, my sales is increasing or decreasing. If I visualize that, that is of no use. Okay, so what's the important that what is the right metrics to visualize? Okay, what is the underlying thing I can visualize before so that I can take action? Okay, for example, one mobile app is there. People are not signing up on that mobile app, so resultantly that sales will decline. So I have to use the right metrics, and to understand the right metrics, we have to develop the business sense also. Okay, so this is another angle coming. Earlier I told algorithm, then programming, then coding, and now the business sense. So with this thing, when you develop simultaneously, with some time, you'll be able to comprehend what to show and what to look for. Lot of analytics and lot of use cases only come from the dashboards. Once we see those dashboards, we understand where is the problem coming. Then we might try to apply some algorithm there. And then customer life cycle and key use cases, right? So I'll take just one example here, okay, about how we operate, right? So suppose one person is coming over my platform or over my app, right? If I know beforehand that this person is going to take at least 5 6 times loan from me in next coming 2 3 years, okay, and this person is going to not going to default, okay, so obviously that customer's value is very high to me. But if I am not able to determine that customer value at the first moment, I may treat him little differently or badly, or that customer will go, right? So customer lifetime value is very important term, and how smartly you define and predict, that is also important, right? So if I define that this customer is important, which kind of product I can offer, okay, and what kind of other product I can offer. So all those things will come into the play once you know the value of the customer, okay. And let's say customer is little disappointed. He made a call to us through his voice, I can come to know that his emotion is going to downside, right? My system triggers me that customer is becoming negative, a high value customer is becoming negative. Some, message can be triggered to, or some SMS campaign can be triggered to that person, right? Everything is happening automatically, right? I don't have to sit and personally code anything. Models are deployed, it is sensing the real-time thing, it is reading the audio data, it is reading the real-time patterns and decisioning itself. So all this happening just because I have understood the customer lifetime value. And for making customer lifetime value, again we need little more business sense than algorithm knowledge. And how data and ML drive the product recommendation. So this part I'll take little slow because we need to understand a lot of things is happening here. Okay, here we are using computer vision also, we are using natural language processing also, we are using the crunching lot of structured data also, and then finally we are recommending. For example, a person came to my platform and applied for 10,000 loan. And then person who is applying for 10,000 loan obviously is not going to be on very big salary. Okay, he is going to be on very less salary. So if I see his bank statement, I hardly find any transaction. So how I can determine that this customer is, going to repay my EMIs? Okay, so in this point of time, I really need a data. That data may come from his mobile, or data may come from his social profile, but it's very much important for me to understand. So what things I figure, like what is his behavior in his mobile, how old his mobile, okay, what kind of version his mobile is, right? That also tells a lot of things about the person. Okay, so lot of alternate data getting used here to understand and profile the customer. Once we understood and profile the customer, what is the propensity that person will pay? What is his actual income? Maybe he's showing that he's, having some job or he's getting money from somewhere, but maybe he's some different account, have some other money coming to his account. All those things will be determined by algorithm. So once this is there, as such kind of people, there are 10 lakhs of people are there, which we profile. This is our algorithm. And then once we recommend, we try to find out which person to invest more so that we can get the better return. Okay. And this recommendation is not about invest all amount, right? Maybe I will invest 1 rupees in a person. Okay, so if I invest my 10,000 rupees in 10,000 people, if 10% people will also go bad with interest rate what we are charging, we are again going to give profit to our investor. So the basic logic is this. But for this, lot of things comes in picture, right? For this documents, computer vision come into the picture. For this text data, and NLP come into the picture. For churning the data, a lot of machine learning algorithm comes into the picture, and finally recommendation happens. And everything happening in fraction of seconds. But to code and develop this system, it takes years. And lot of data scientist effort and lot of thought process and lot of testing goes into the backend. Yeah, so similar thing like how we can identify the trend, what kind of data points can be used, whether we can generate some data point. Okay, even screen swiping patterns are also very useful. Okay, I also determine the person's psyche and nature. So the final, I just wanted to take this thing to make you understand. So suppose I'm getting a forged images, right? Forged images could be person just copy pasting someone else's photo in someone else's PAN card, maybe changing something into that PAN card. Let's say eligibility criteria is 21 years, but the person is 19 years. He just changing last digit of the year in the PAN card. Okay, or maybe he just trying to paste his image if someone else PAN card. So how can I identify that this particular image is false, right? So so this is very important thing, but I will not get lot of forged images from the market to make my model, right? It's very difficult for me to get the images. And if I do the forgery, I'll do maybe 100 to 100 cases. But machine learning is data handling. It will take millions of record to learn all this pattern. Then how can I solve it? Any guesses anyone want to suggest who think that they are very good in mathematics? Again, you don't need to give me the algorithm. You just need to give me the idea. So what is image? Image is just pixels, right? 0 to 256, right? Matrix. So each matrix has some or other numbers coded into it, right? So 0 to 256 matrix numbers are coded there. If I overlay any other matrix over this matrix which is already there, I'll know that there is some dilation happening. There is some difference, stark difference coming into the pixels, right? The number is not matching or not very coherent or not very synchronized with this pixel. It's the pattern detection, right? I can easily determine whether image is overlaid. It will not be seen by the naked eye. You may Photoshop whatever it will not be seen by naked eye, but algorithm can detect the small differences. Okay, if you cut, copy, paste, algorithm can detect, right? All kind of forgery will never get the data, right? And then this kind of algorithm, this is just a thought, right? How you can codify it and make it algorithm is separate thing. But obviously, if numbers are overlaid over number, and obviously if some, so take example of day night photo, right? Someone took the photo in day, someone took the photo in night. You can see the pixel difference are there. If you just copy paste here from there, you can easily determine by your eyes क्या यहाँ पे forgery हुई. But similar looking images, algorithm can find out because they can go with very micro pixel. So this kind of algorithm and lot of things goes into this, but eventually people are successfully able to find out the forgery images. If a bank statement come to me, I can determine if the logo is forced, if the bank statement created from the scratch, if any transaction is edited, or if the balance is not matching. All those things can easily be determined using the algorithms, right? But for this, again, you need to understand that lot of practice will go into this, and this kind of algorithm will also save crores of rupees for any organization, and it will prevent the fraud. Okay. So mostly I wanted to talk about, and make you understand how data science comes into the real life. Use cases are many. Okay. If I talk about use cases, it can be in any direction, right? Uh, but a simple thing which I follow, whatever we do, try to narrow your vision, right? We cannot solve everything by single model or single algorithm or single technique. We have to use multiple algorithms together so that it can work together as a machine, okay? And then it can solve the problem, okay? If you are taking selfie, okay, then blur adjustment is one algorithm, okay? Let's say blur is adjusted, face finding is one algorithm. You found the face. Then face matching with other photos is one algorithm. Your face got matched. Now text algorithm will come because there will be, for example, someone is Nikhil Samant. Nikhil Samant have multiple spelling, right? To find out the right spelling for you, that is one algorithm. So all these algorithms working together, making us a simple AI system. But I need to understand these 4 5 algorithms getting used. But suddenly, if you want to use this algorithm for some other purposes, obviously it will not solve your purpose. If I develop a chatbot can only serve the confined area what you have developed the chatbot for. Suddenly it will not tell you what is the weather outside. Okay. So you have to make your algorithm in such a way so that it can also serve other areas. So AI is nothing but whatever we could think, and we can make machine learn. Okay. So that is all in the AI direction. So use cases on fraud detection, lead segmentation, estimation, robo advisor. It can be applied anywhere and everywhere. Speech and video analytics, again, this area is going to grow, like I talked about data generation and speech and video analytics, because as Mukesh told, 96% data is construction, and speech and video contains lot of that, right? And if I am able to understand and find out the pattern, for example, a call came to me and it is asking the private information about the company. If speech algorithm is able to detect if those private information is getting shared, then it can really able to trigger that, right? Now, audio algorithm are such capable that they can directly call you, they can understand what you are saying and can converse you like human words. Lot of video or audio bot are coming. And these bots, we will never be able to find it out. These people, these particular thing are bot. And system are getting much more mature, and they are also trying to understand what kind of real conversion you are doing. So all those natural language generation and understanding along with audio is happening at the same time. Okay. So yes, so this is all I wanted to, make you aware about the fintech field and data science and algorithm. I can take question if you want, or maybe I can take.